Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over XL Lanturn. Basically, you can get to 100%. You can get a 100% IV Lanturn into the Ultra League. It only goes up to 2385, but you know it has all that bulk with it too. So, thank you for submitting this video. I was looking at my own Pokemon and I was like, man, I could make an XL Lanturn. I do have enough XLs, but I don't have a hundo, so I don't know if it's worth it for me to make a non-hundo, but if I had a 100% Lanturn, I would make that right now and go into the Ultra League with it. So with that, we're going to go over this team. It's going to be Shadow Alolan Ninetales in lead with Feraligatr, Shadow Feraligatr as a safe swap, and basically Lanturn is going to be fishing for so dumb. For other water types, and again, I said in one of my videos, basically Great League and Ultra League have just turned into water fests. So if you can go in any anti-water, you're going to be doing great. So going with this, let's go ahead and get into the videos right now. All right, we can already see Deoxys into Alolan Ninetales. Not a great matchup. Deoxys usually running Thunderbolt, I believe, but this one doesn't even go up to the Thunderbolt and ends up throwing a Rock Slide into this Feraligatr. And then they come in with their own Feraligatr. We have a lead, but technically we've already taken damage also. You'll live this, but barely. They'll get a farm down afterwards for sure. Probably 3 or 4 Shadow Claws. So they get into there. And then we probably just going to come in with Lanturn and do a ton of damage to this. So unless they have Crunch, they're not going to be dealing any sort of neutral damage. We resist Hydro Cannon and Ice Beam if they have those. But this one does have Crunch. A little unfortunate for us. We're definitely not going to be winning any CMPs. So looks like he's just going to take all the energy he can get here. The one thing that's not great about Lanturn is you don't want to run into any dragons because they fully resist everything you do. But as far as running into grass, that's pretty rare. I think Virizion is the only real grass mon in this league. I guess Cresselia has grass knot as well. But as far as getting just resisting all of Lanturn's moves, it's going to be pretty rare. Although I did look into Superior, but I don't have one made. So they go for the Psycho Boost, and then they come in with Greedent. Again, like I said in one of my videos, one of the safest swaps in this league. We end up getting that Dazzling Gleam off. It is pretty risky to go for Dazzling Gleam. The only thing that it really saves you, because I think it ends up doing basically the same amount as the amount of energy that Weather Ball does. The only thing it does save you is the amount of turns it would take for a mon to get moves in. What I mean is every time I throw a Weather Ball, they're getting in a fast attack. So technically, if you throw one move, that's just the same as throwing 2 moves. As long as it doesn't get shielded, it kind of does the same thing, and you buy yourself 1 extra turn of energy. Oh, in this case, 1 extra move of energy. So in this case, 2 turns of energy coming through with the mud shots. And then we obviously have a lot of, well, okay, I did not know we were going to make it. But Deoxys is super bulky in this league, meaning it doesn't really do a lot of damage. So end up getting the win there. Dragonite, obviously an insanely good lead, and then they come in Jellicent and they're not ready for this Lanturn. So they do have Shadow Ball. We'll see how much it does because, again, Lanturn is super bulky in this league. Look at that. It doesn't even do half. So probably could take another one, but, well, this isn't going to KO because it is bulky. Again, the same thing that happened with the Deoxys. I doubt it would KO from there, but the next one definitely KOs. I think you live a Shadow Ball here as well. So good on us to have a lot of, I was going to say patience, I don't know, a lot of grit just to know not to use shields there, and then probably going to come in for Alligator, maybe shield, maybe not, maybe just save shields for Alolan Ninetales. We have a ton of energy here. I like the shield. A Shadow Ball is going to do a lot, and they're not really going to get to another one, so this is pretty good energy to have on Feraligatr. Obviously, Feraligatr was coming into the league knowing that it was going to be a big change in Ultra League, and Feraligatr buffed with Shadow Claw was obviously going to do a ton. Now, Tentacruel in the back is obviously horrific for us. It resists all of our moves on both of our Mon that are left. So, and it deals super effective fast attack damage against Alolan Ninetales as well. but probably going to let this Feraligatr go if I was to guess. Because even though it does super effective, it is, with its fast attacks, it is super bulky, so it's not doing that much. And we just have a lot of HP, and it probably has... I think most people running Tentacruel do run it with Blizzard. I've been using Tentacruel for, well, the last 2 battles of yesterday, and I haven't battled any today. I've just been recording this video, basically. Yeah. What did I say? Yeah, they're running basically just Scald Blizzard, so not a ton running Acid Spray either. So you do win CMP here, it looks like. So this does a ton of damage, probably close to KOing. They actually get super greedy, I think, and end up, yeah, taking that damage. Okay, they come in with Poliwrath. Probably going to get a Hydro Cannon off, but that's going to be it. It's going to have a lot of energy going into the next matchup. We're definitely going to come back in with, or we're going to come in with a Lanturn, because Alolan Ninetales is taking neutral damage from the counters and would be taking neutral damage from the Scald. We might as well just take neutral damage from the counters and then resist all of the charge moves if possible. So we're going to eat up all this energy, and then they end up coming in with Ampharos. We do throw a move here, but I imagine we're going to go right back into Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, it makes sense. We have a ton of energy to throw here, and we don't have to throw the big move into this, whereas if against the Poliwrath, we would have to throw the big move because it resists Weather Ball Ice, but it takes super effective from Dazzling Gleam. So good stuff here. If they shield, maybe we shield again. It probably doesn't matter that much, but we can take out this Ampharos for free, and we're not worried at all about Poliwrath. They do end up coming in here, but I imagine we'll go 2 more, get up to Weather Ball, and then swap if we can. If we can't, we're just going to extend the clock, and then switch. Switch should be up now. Oh, we get KO'd. That's fine. We farm this down. Doesn't have any moves. Unlike Spring Cup, Poliwrath definitely not running Dynamic Punch, so we just have to survive a move here. I don't think this is going to KO. Ampharos is kind of squishy, but has a lot of HP left. Is there anything we survive here? Brutal Swing? No. Okay, we get KO'd. I was like, Lanturn is bulky, but I don't know if it survives that much. Okay, Ampharos lead again here. It does take a lot of damage. This one is Shadow. Probably worth shielding here, I would think. Although technically you survive a Thunder Punch, but wanting to dictate the shields. Okay, well now he definitely survives and it's not going to shield. Maybe going to go 3 more if he has enough HP. Maybe just 1. Okay, yeah, I like going 3. It makes sense. You can contest 2 shields here if you want, or you have energy going to the next matchup, plus you're winning switch. They come in with their own Feraligatr. We're kind of sacrificing ours because they're ahead on energy, but that's okay. We do want to sacrifice it to maintain a switch if possible, or maintain a good matchup, I guess, for Lanturn. But this would have been obviously a really good matchup for Lanturn, but we still have it in the back, just end the clocks, try to get back to parity here because they obviously did not switch. Unluckily enough, they win CMP. Otherwise, this would have been a fantastic play. Yeah, and it would have probably gotten a shield. We're going to wait out the clock completely because theirs is up. We're kind of just hoping there's a water in the back. It actually is Cresselia, which is tough. Going for the Thunderbolt here is so risky, but maybe they're just not going to shield anything because they're at full HP right now. So the question is, do we go for a catch? Probably worth shielding here. This is definitely a Grass Knot. Do we go for a catch, or do we use Alolan Ninetales as actual damage? We're gonna live a Grass Knot. We might even live 2. I don't know. Is that asking for a lot to live 2 here? Let's see how much it actually does. Yeah, it looks like we kind of live 2. It's gonna be close after these Psycho Cuts. He's not gonna be able to farm this down, but maybe if he comes in for Alligator. If this is CMP, this is pretty good. Man, the Cresselia is super bulky, but it is pretty low. This might be Surf range. I don't know. When 2 bulky things hit each other in Ultra League, I just imagine like no damage is actually happening. I almost got super tilted. The move showed, went away, and then came back, luckily in time for that. And yeah, this is just going to be a farm down. Nice. Very nice game. All right, Dragonite, obviously that's pretty easy for us. Cobalion is not as easy for us to predict here. It could have Stone Edge. Yikes. Okay. He's definitely going to shield this, and then we go into Feraligatr. Okay. Actually, probably get to fully farm this down. I imagine they're going to go for 3 Sacred Swords. We'll see if they get to that many. I don't think they're going to get to it. I think they're one off, right? Okay, yeah, perfect. If he comes in with Dragonite, we have Ice Beam, and we may get to another one before he makes it to a move. It takes him 12 turns to get to the Dragon Claw with Dragon Breaths, and obviously we're only expending 8 turns here. Or was it 6? I think it might have been 6 turns. 6, 7, 8. No, it was 8 turns to get to that. Now, he does farm us down. We still have this guy. But the question is, do we just come in? Man, we double resist that too, the Dragon Breaths. So now, are they going to go for a superpower? No shield here makes sense because it's not Shadow. It's not going to do a ton of damage. What do they have in the back? It is Charizard. Okay. I guess we're going to go up to a Surf and a Thunderbolt. The question is, does the Surf KO this Charizard? I don't think it does, but we'll get a farm down, I think, here. No, it does, actually. So now do we go for the Surf or the Thunderbolt? We saw how much the Superpower did, and Superpower does more than Dragon Claw, and I think this is a Dragon Claw. Yeah, so we were going to survive that and go for the Thunderbolt and KO this. Nice. This is kind of I would assume this is kind of a similar matchup as Lanturn, a Spark Lanturn, I should say, into Altaria in Great League. It's actually pretty favored for the Lanturn. But obviously Altaria has Sky Attack and Dragonite has a much better move that it can use against it. They switch into a Watermon, and that's just how it goes, right? Gave me enough time to drink some water here so that my voice doesn't just die on y'all. But yeah, this matchup is going to take a little bit just because of the bulkiness of Ultra League, but this is just an auto win for Lanturn. And we saw that Shadow Ball really only did like 45%, 40%, maybe 35, 40%, 37. And we get to the big move here. They're already going to KO us. Yeah, obviously we're just going to let this go down and then come in with Alolan Ninetales. Holy shit, another Tentacruel. This is not great, although we do resist the Scalds. Okay, actually probably not going to shield this Feraligatr, and then going to hope to win with Alolan Ninetales with shields against the Tentacruel. That makes sense to me. No debuff, really good for us. I mean, Hydro Cannon is the strongest move left in this game, so I imagine they're going to be shielding. They really should be shielding the Hydro Cannons because it's going to be doing more than the Weather Balls for sure, and we're definitely just going to get to another one here. We do have to be careful. Switch is almost up for them. It is actually probably up for them. Our switch is now up as well. Might even want to switch out now, although still kind of want them to throw energy. Goes through the Dazzling Gleam. Oh, wait, are they... Oh, yeah, they're already off shields. That makes sense. Although, what if they caught that? It's just over. That's tough. Okay, looks like he's going to go for a shield and a Dazzling Gleam, and that should KO this. Body Slam. Okay. Body Slam probably would have KO'd us, to be honest. So, GG's. And I would say most Greedents are running Crunch, which is also resisted by Alolan Ninetales. Another reason not to go in there with the Feraligatr. Obviously, this lead is very good, so the fact that they're not going out means possibly 2 things. They probably have Ancient Power, and or they're double weak to Ice on this team. They actually have Shadow Sneak. So I imagine Alolan Ninetales is sick against something in the back, which is very good for us because... we're just going to probably, I imagine we're just safe swapping it for Alligator right here. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. They're ABA Dragon. Weird. Yeah, they're also kind of like ABA strong to counter. I'm trying to think of why Guzzlord's here in the back. I guess it's just a good mon that they want to use. But it's kind of weird. Maybe they've been seeing a lot of water and they just want to have dragons for the water counters no matter what. And then have their own water in the back. Well, we take both of their shields. We obviously switched before them, so their switch timer's not up because ours is not up. This is a dragon. Oh, there's a crunch. Okay, we double resist. Or no, we single resist. We double resist the dragon moves. That's what it is. Yeah, they're going to be looking to switch out, and this is just, we have two shields. We have an electric. They have a water. We resist water. Yeah, nice. GG. Okay, this matchup's probably in favor of the Cresselia, but also you cannot have this on... Man, we're just going for Dazzling Gleams, huh? But, I mean, they're not going to shield. They're Cresselia. They're super bulky. Well, that's not good. It is... We definitely don't want this on the Lanturn, but also this is okay. We go for the Ice Beam because we outpaced since they were slow to swap. But probably just going to let this Feraligatr go down. Okay, maybe they missed a dragon. Maybe they missed a Shadow Claw coming in, and they just alt F4. They just top left instantly. So this matchup's kind of tough. This is actually very bad for us because they're doing neutral counters. The Scalds are actually doing a lot. Probably just sacking this and going Dazzling Gleam. If they don't shield, we're in great position. If they do shield, we're in horrific position. Okay. Switching to Feraligatr because we know Lanturn can handle this later, but also the problem is Feraligatr doesn't really threaten this, and they obviously are not threatened. They stay in. They're just going to go for maybe an Icy Wind and dip. So probably not worth shielding here. They actually go for the Scald. Okay. We get to this Hydro Cannon, but our attack is debuffed also, so that's kind of tough. All right, they counter us all the way down. I mean, obviously, we're going to come in Lanturn. If they do any sort of... We still have the swap out if they do any debuffs shenanigans. They are out of shields, and we don't have to shield any of these moves, so this is a free matchup here. So this is a freebie. And they're staying in... I actually didn't look if we got debuffed or not. Lanturn being good against two things in the back seems rough. Kind of have to... Could be Charizard. Oh, it's Reggie. Okay. Okay, Dazzling Gleam. They're going to farm us all the way down. Man, I hope we don't get debuffed by Zap Cannon because they still have a switch. Oh, it's a Talonflame, no? Okay. Game is... Okay, maybe we had the... Okay, I guess we had a one-turn switch because they snuck a move in. Have to shield. I guess we don't have to shield. It's Ultra League, but... This match looking sus. Although Reggie can only throw charge moves, really doesn't do any fast attack damage. This could actually be a lot... I know people are saying right now this is over, but this could be a lot closer than it looks, even with a debuff. Oh, they're going for 3 Focus Blasts? Even better. I think I would have gone Zap Cannons as a Reggie here because this is going to be a very close matchup. One Thunderbolt and one Surf might KO just because the sparks are adding up. I think it will. I think one Surf will KO from here. Wow. I do think we win this matchup. This is close. Man, that Spark buff 3 seasons ago at this point is really coming in clutch for this matchup. That no one... I don't know how many people have actually run into this matchup. I haven't seen any XL Lanturn before, so you would think it'd be pretty rare. Obviously, Reggie's super common in Ultra League, but I've never seen a Lanturn before, so... Okay, they come in Empoleon. We have a hard answer for that. We literally resist everything that this can do. Can we just go for the farm all the way down? Is that too risky? I think we're doing it. They're already kind of at half-life. At max, they get one more move. But literally, we resist Steel Wing, Hydro Cannon, Drill Peck. We don't care about this mon at all. Okay, he goes for the Surf just to try to get this down before taking another move, which maybe a Hydro Cannon was going to bait something out there or take us out there. So we still want to maintain switch, obviously. They come in with Greedent again. We have energy. They're going to have to throw into this, but luckily on their side, Mudshot is super effective, even though it doesn't do that much damage. But it makes sure to put this into Body Slam range that they can get rid of this pretty easily. But it's already at half life. Obviously don't want to come in for Alligator. Great catch by the opponent, but they didn't sneak an Incinerate, which is very good for us. And we might just shield farm all the way down. No, we don't. We want to take their shields or just go into the greeted matchup. Makes sense. I played this matchup out in our Annihilate video. You guys can go back and watch that one, which I think Annihilate is insane in Ultra League. But the greeted matchup's not that bad for Feraligatr. Not as bad as you would think, at least, because you're kind of just both farming up to 1,000,000, and even though they're not taking any damage from the Shadow Claws, which is kind of the new thing that Feraligatr's gotten, they're still taking a ton of damage from the Hydro Cannons, and you're not taking damage from Mud Shots, and you're going to live a couple Body Slams, so it's pretty nice. I like the shield here. I think we got to the move, but also this fast attack is way better than anything Feraligatr can do. Obviously double resisted by the normal typing. But we were at the move anyways, so GG. And they would have thrown 2 moves, and maybe we would have gotten the farm down anyways. I don't know. It would have been a tough call. Anyways, thanks for submitting those battles again. I've never seen an XL Lanturn before in Open Ultra League, or in Ultra League at all. So, again, I think most of y'all will find, if you've been playing for a while, there have been tons of Lanturn events in the last year and a half, just because Lanturn's been at the top of the meta since way back in the Noctowl days. When it was like Noctowl, Lanturn, Trevenant, which was, I think, a year and a half ago at this point. And that was the Walrein meta also. So, yeah, I think you'll see that you probably have enough XLs to make one of these, and this team's obviously good. I want to say this person's also at 2,400 ELO, just like our Spring Cup person who submitted. So, obviously, they're doing very well. Yeah, again, just to reiterate, if you have the XLs and you have the hundo, or you have something close to the hundo, I think it's probably worth it. But for me, I need to have the hundo, so I'm not going to spend my XLs since I can only make 1 anyways. Maybe if I could make 2 and I had infinite Stardust, I could do whatever I wanted. But, we have some resource caps here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you have the hundo, do it.